Wade Wilson is a resident of Longueuil, Quebec, a suburb just south of Montreal. On Thursday, when he came to this splash pad with his grandchildren, it wasn't working.
So my wife reached out to 311 to just find out exactly what was happening. And they basically told her, which still shocks me today, that she didn't have the right to be communicated to in English.
Bill 96 is designed to stop the decline of the French language, especially in Montreal. Most civil servants must now communicate with citizens in French. People can still get health care in English, but here's what Montreal's 311 line sounds like when you choose English.
We will be pleased to provide service in English if you attest in good faith that you are covered by one of the following exceptions. If you are a person declared eligible to receive English education, if you are an Indigenous person, if you are a recently arrived...
You are only allowed to access English services if you grew up going to English school and in a few other cases, though it's only based on the honor system.
We want to ask people to bring a card or something like that.
The Montreal suburb of Côte-Saint-Luc is 60% Anglophone. Their new information line message is raising some eyebrows.
If you'd like service in English, press 2. Oh, and by the way, you don't need to show us your grade 3 report card, and you don't have to pinky promise anything. This is the city of Côte-Saint-Luc, and that's how we roll.
I think it's a good way to show the absurdity of this law.
Quebec says people made fun of the original French charter, Bill 101, back in the 70s, too.
It's a new step, and I think we should be proud of that.
Under Bill 96, immigrants must be able to communicate with the government in French within 6 months of their arrival.
I would suggest to some of the people who have implemented this law to try it themselves, to try learning another language in 6 months, enough to be able to function totally in that language.
But French classes aren't always immediately available, and the website for the government's new French language instruction agency is only available in French.
I have asked my teams to make it easier to reach the website.
Bill 96 also imposes new regulations on businesses, schools, and more. It's already facing multiple legal challenges. Dan Spector, Global News, Montreal.